hit their stride and get into a rhythm.
And the same can be said for the younger talents. Rookies are shaking off those debut jitters and starting to show us what they can really do.
So the Nets starting five. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Then there's Harris. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Sumner in at the guard position. Now here's Lillard. Driving the lane. Stolen by Durant. Pass to Claxton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Brooklyn with the ball after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Durant against Grant. Lets it go from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Kevin Durant's stroke from three-point range is money.
Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Pass to Nurkic over Claxton. Nurkic can't hit.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Harris against Hart. O'Neal from long range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer, but what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his ability. And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes, but it's not a rebuild. This new look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long term.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by KD. And Durant sends it back. Here's Sumner. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Sacramento. Outside Durant. Shoots over Grant. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Harris against Simons. Nurkic a screen on Harris. Here's Simons. Kicks it out to Grant. Lets the 3 fly. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Tries yet again. Just 4 to shoot. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Grant against KD. Passes it to Sumner. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
That Kevin Durant with a nice feel right there. Just lead the guy to the open spot. That is beautifully done.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Nurkic can't hit. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to Sacramento.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Edwards, a screen on Simon. Shot clock at 5. Here's Curry. That shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good from long range. It's all knotted up.
And you see the confidence Lillard has from that spot. You expect him to knock those down.
Outside for Curry. To the paint. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
So timeout called here. The first for Portland. Different look now for Portland. Eubanks, he's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Little in for Anfernee Simons. Lillard surveying the D. They set the pick. A three ball. Brooklyn with the rebound. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Now, here's Mills. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Patty Mills is about winning, guys, and if that means finding the open man, he'll do just that.
Inside, Little. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Mills. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
You just will not outcompete. Lillard plays the game with such passion. Dame coming up big on defense.
Bucket is good. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Curry against Hart. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the top of the key.
And Grant. Works hard on the defensive end of the floor. His activity and wingspan, big hands, really pay.
It's all tied in Portland. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of the spring. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
They've got Hart. Jeremy Grant is out there with Little. Then it's Anfernee Simons. And it's Eubanks in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Now, Kevin Durant entered the league as an efficient mid-range shooter, and that has not gone away as part of his game.
Now, here's Simons. He's covered closely.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. It's Durant on the wing. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Hart, no good. The Nets with the lead. Here's Sumner. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Claxton uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Simons, the pass to Hart. Back to Simons. And the pass to Eubanks. Hart against Thomas. Grant for three. Rebound by Sumner. Nets leading by 4. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Portland with the timeout. T-shirts are going out now. Look out for grab one.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Eubanks. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Brooklyn, Royce O'Neal comes in for Edmund Sumner. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Thomas. Simmons with it, now guarded by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 4.
And Simmons is an asset in so many ways. Maybe most of all, his defense.
Well, unequivocally, Greg, this guy can guard 1 through 4. And I'm going to say because of the length and the strength he has, in a pinch, he could also guard most 5s. He's terrific on the defensive glass, and he can put a ton of pressure on you in his transition game. Like, this guy is a special talent.
Here's KD. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Lillard finds Hart. Nurkic a screen on Harris. Now here's Nurkic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that's one of the things Nurkic does so well. Absorb contact and still be in control.
So for the Nets, Sharps checked in for Nicholas Claxton. That's Mills in for Kevin Durant. Mills can't hit.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Hart kicks to Lillard. It's sent back down by Simmons.
Well, this is the kind of defense we are accustomed to seeing from Ben Simmons. Just so good at sending it back.
Harris dishes to Simmons. Over Hart. Off the left rim and out. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard left side. From deep three-point range, Brooklyn with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Grant against Simmons. Harris outside. Out to the wing. Now, here is O'Neal. He's guarded closely. Let's keep it alive.
And It seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Now, here's Lillard, covered by Mills, and finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Right side, Simmons. Pass to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Down low, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
Mills passes to Simmons. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. So for the Nets, Edwards comes in for Simmons, and it's Seth Curry in for Joe Harris. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 4-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Mills. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Mills has got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn. Lillard from deep three-point land, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, Dave, thank you, and time.
Great battle between these two. They take a lot of...
And now let's focus on our game. A strong... And that's a halftime...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Sumner in at the 1 spot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Sumner's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Nets.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And you can just sense his determination, trying to do everything he can to keep this game within reach.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
Doris, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him.
Lillard misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
KD passes to Sumner. Shoots from 12. That one falls. KD's got 4 points this quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lillard left side. Hart wide open. He fires. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Harris kicks to O'Neal. To the middle. Here's Sumner. Banked in off the glass. Sumner's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Lillard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Hart, no good.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Durant against Lillard. Durant dishes to Harris. And a miss there on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Grant the pass to Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Nurkic setting the pick for Grant. And it's blocked. KD against Hart. Pass to Claxton. KD looking around. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's a 12-point Nets lead.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Get loud for your Blazers Breakers Dance Crew.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a new group in for the Nets. Sharp's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Ben Simmons comes in for O'Neal. Curry's checked in for Harris. That's Mills in for Edmund Sumner. Passes it to Hart. Back to Nurkic. Hart trying to get open. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Nurkic. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Edwards, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Back to Grant. Nurkic setting the pick for Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you look at the young talent the Blazers have, a nice young core group that can grow. Simon's the big name from that crew.
And Grant drops them both. And Simons and Little Greg, a pair of names Portland fans are definitely excited about.
And they've shown that they can be valuable players. Portland got a lot younger with the trades they made last year. Now they have to have that youth develop.
Absolutely tenacious guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Yes, that goes in.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Hard against Curry. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Little. No good from Simmons.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Grant, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Curry against Hart. Outside Curry. They set the pick. Goes up on the wing. with 1 on the clock, and then Sharp with the dunk.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding. And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for you.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Josh Hart out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Little. Then it's Winslow. And it's Eubanks in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Durant, here we go.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
Here is Lillard. The pass to Hart. Lillard outside. And the 3 off target.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
They get the rebound. And yes, it's good. And the Nets lead by 9.
When you're 6'11" and have that kind of athleticism, get to the backboards. Well done, Ben Simmons.
Now Hart, and he drives in.
Josh Hart won't always have his shot falling, but the hustle is there. And a great energy guy with major impact on the floor.
And for Josh Hart, he's a fan favorite because of his hustle.
And that can go a long way in the NBA. Hart looks like a typical 3-and-D player, but he also has that intangible of igniting a team.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. O'Neal's checked in for Simmons, and Thomas subbed in for Seth Curry.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Oh, that's blocked. O'Neal passes to KD. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That's good from Thomas on the assist from KD. Thomas got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Here's Durant, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, you see, if you're going to foul him, you've got to wrap Kevin Durant up. He's too good at absorbing contact and finding a way to score.
A different look now for Portland. Norkic checked in for Eubanks. Grant comes in for Little. And it's Simons in for Winslow. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Snatched up.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals, establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Here's KD. And it's good from the elbow. Durant's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Grant sets a screen for Lillard. And Simons has it in the corner. To the inside. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Sumner. Covered by Lillard. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Sumner's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 14. Hart kicks to Lillard. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Inside. Now here's Durant. Driving inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Great, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
It's Durant on the wing. And then Durant with the dunk.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Grant the pass to Hart, and Simons has it in the corner. Portland again missing, and here are the Nets. They're on a 17-4 run.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
He kicks to Edwards. Back to Mills. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Sharp. No good on that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Simons. The rebound by the Nets. Mills with it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Dave...